Right now, as you watch this, 45 degrees separate Canadians freezing in the dark from those walking in sunshine. In the next 15 minutes, you will discover exactly when this Arctic blast hits your neighborhood and why the next 72 hours could be the most dangerous of winter 2026. Here is what you need to know in the next 30 seconds. -42 wind chill is moving south faster than predicted. Toronto faces its worst commute crisis in 3 years starting at 5 p.m. tonight. Montreal hospitals report a 30% spike in cold-related emergencies since yesterday. And if you live anywhere east of Manitoba, the next 6 hours will determine whether you wake up to chaos or safety tomorrow morning. Comment your city below right now, and I will give you the exact minute this system reaches you. February 5th, 2026, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Across Canada, 17 million people are about to experience what meteorologists are calling the sharpest temperature drop in 48 hours we have seen this decade. But here is what the official forecasts are not telling you. This is not just cold air. This is a collision. Let me show you something shocking. At this exact moment, Vancouver sits at +13 Celsius. Pleasant, comfortable. People are walking along the seawall without heavy coats. But fly east for 4 hours and Winnipeg is already at -15. That is a 28-degree difference. Now here's the twist nobody saw coming. By midnight tonight, that gap explodes to 45 degrees when Iqaluit drops to -32. Think about that. The same country, the same night, 45 degrees of separation. But wait. At minute 3:20, I am going to reveal which major city will see the most dramatic 6-hour temperature crash and why emergency services there are already overwhelmed. Let me tell you about Sarah from Toronto. She left her office downtown at 4:50 p.m. yesterday. Temperature was -4. Manageable, she thought. By the time she reached her car in the parking garage at 5:15 p.m., it had dropped to -7 with winds creating -12 wind chill. Her 15-minute walk to the subway station turned into a fight against gusts hitting 30 kilometers per hour. She is not alone. Tonight, tens of thousands of Torontonians will experience this exact same shock between 5 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Here is your Toronto timeline. Write this down. 5 p.m. tonight, -6 Celsius, overcast skies. Winds from the southwest at 20 kilometers per hour. This is your warning window. If you work downtown, leave now. 5:30 p.m. Temperature drops to -7. Wind chill reaches -11. The first light snow begins. Not heavy, just enough to make roads slick. Southbound Don Valley Parkway will start seeing slowdowns. 6 p.m. -7.5. Wind chill -12. Snow intensifies slightly. Visibility drops. Gardner Expressway westbound will be stop and go. Transit delays begin on outdoor TTC lines, 7 p.m., -8. Wind chill -13. Peak traffic chaos. Highway 401 collectors are parking lots. Lakeshore Boulevard becomes treacherous. Anyone still commuting at this hour faces 90-minute delays minimum. Midnight, -10. Wind chill, -15. Roads ice over completely. Only emergency vehicles should be moving. If you are in Toronto and watching this before 5 p.m., you have a choice right now. Leave early or sit in your car for 2 hours in dangerous cold. Comment Toronto below if this is you. I will update you every 30 minutes tonight. Now, Montreal, you are not off the hook. In fact, your situation might be worse. Here is why. Montreal is reporting something unusual. St. Lawrence River humidity combining with Arctic air creates what locals call bone cold. It is not just the temperature, it is how the cold penetrates. Yesterday, Montreal General Hospital saw 47 cases of cold-related illness. Frostbite, hypothermia, respiratory distress, that is 30% higher than the same day last year. Your Montreal timeline begins earlier, 4:30 p.m., -5 Celsius. Northwest winds already gusting. This is unusual. Typically, winds come from the west. Northwest means direct Arctic flow, 5 p.m., -6. Wind chill, -10. Metro lines running, but outdoor platforms are brutal. If you take the orange line and transfer at Barrie-UQAM, that outdoor section will feel like -12. 6 p.m., -7. Wind chill, -13. The humidity factor kicks in. Feels like -15 to exposed skin. Frostbite possible in 30 minutes on fingers and ears. 8 p.m., -8.5. Wind chill, -14. Rue St. Catherine downtown will be nearly empty. Smart Montrealers are already home. Overnight, -9 to -10. Wind chill drops to -16. Do not go outside unless absolutely necessary. Montreal, comment below. Tell me which neighborhood you are in. Conditions vary dramatically between downtown, Plateau, and West Island. But here is the revelation I promised you at minute 320. Ottawa is about to experience the steepest 6-hour drop of any major city tonight. Right now, 4 p.m. in Ottawa, it is -6. By 10 p.m. tonight, it drops to -11. That is 5 degrees in 6 hours, with wind chill going from -9 to -18. 9 degrees of wind chill change in one evening. Why does this matter? Because the Rideau Canal, normally a winter wonderland, is now a safety concern. The city opened it for skating today, but by 8 p.m. tonight, they will close it due to dangerous winds and visibility. If you plan to skate tonight, cancel those plans. Here is your Ottawa timeline. 4 p.m. -6, canal still open, last safe skating hour. 6 p.m. -8, winds increase to 25 kilometers per hour. First closure warnings posted. 8 p.m. -10, wind chill -16, canal officially closed. Parliament Hill area sees gusts up to 35 kilometers per hour. 10 p.m. -11, wind chill -18. Downtown Ottawa is a ghost town. Even Byward Market, usually buzzing, will be shuttered. Ottawa, you have 4 hours from now to get home safely. Use them. Now let us talk about the prairies, because this is where it gets genuinely dangerous. Winnipeg, -15 right now, but that number hides the real threat. Wind chill is -22. At -22, exposed skin freezes in 10 minutes. Not might freeze, will freeze. Manitoba Public Health issued warnings 3 hours ago. Frostbite risk is extreme. Hypothermia risk is extreme. They have opened emergency warming centers at 7 locations across the city. Let me repeat that. The government opened emergency shelters because being outside tonight can kill you. Your Winnipeg timeline is survival focused. Now until 6 p.m., -15, wind chill -22. This is your last window to prepare. Stock up, get home, check on elderly neighbors. 6 p.m. to midnight, -16 to -18. Wind chill drops to -25. Limit outdoor time to 5 minutes maximum. Seriously, 5 minutes? Midnight to 6 a.m. Friday, -20. Wind chill -28. Life-threatening conditions. If your car breaks down on the highway, you have maybe 10 minutes before hypothermia sets in. Always carry blankets, food, water, charged phone. Regina and Saskatoon, you are facing -12 to -16 with wind chills of -20 to -24. Same rules apply. 5-minute maximum exposure. Emergency supplies and vehicles. Check on vulnerable people. Here is something most people do not understand about prairie cold. There are no mountains, no forests, nothing to block the wind. It sweeps straight down from the Arctic across flat land at 60, 70, 80 kilometers per hour. That wind does not just make it feel colder, it actually pulls heat from your body faster. Comment Winnipeg, Regina, or Saskatoon below. Let me know you are prepared. This is serious. Now we move to the Atlantic. Halifax, you are getting ocean winds tonight. -2 to 0 Celsius does not sound that bad compared to Winnipeg -15. But here is the catch. Ocean humidity. 30 to 40 kilometer per hour winds. That -2 feels like -8. And it is penetrating cold, the kind that goes through layers. Halifax timeline. 5 p.m. -1. Winds at 30 kilometers per hour. Harbor advisory in effect. All vessels secured. Fishermen stay in port. 7 p.m. 0 degrees. Winds increase to 35 kilometers per hour. Rattling windows, swaying trees. Coastal areas see spray freezing on contact. 9 p.m. -1. Winds peak at 40 kilometers per hour. Walking near the waterfront is genuinely dangerous. You could be knocked over. Overnight, -2. Sustained winds, 35 kilometers per hour. Anyone living in exposed coastal areas, secure loose items now. St. John S., Newfoundland. You have the most unpredictable weather in Canada tonight, -1 to +1, but winds reaching 50 kilometers per hour. Wind chill drops to -6 to -8. The joke about weather changing every 5 minutes? Tonight, it is real. Rain, snow, freezing rain, all possible between now and midnight. St. John's timeline, now to 7 p.m., fluctuating between 0 and +1. Heavy clouds, winds building to 40 kilometers per hour, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Temperature may drop to -1, freezing rain possible. Roads become skating rinks instantly. Do not drive. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Rain and snow mix. Winds at 50 kilometers per hour. Visibility near zero. Stay inside. Comment Halifax or St. John S. if you are watching. Maritime weather is no joke tonight. Now here is where it gets interesting. Alberta, Calgary, -8 right now, dropping to -12 overnight. Normally you would expect a Chinook wind to save you. Those warm winds from the mountains that can raise temperatures 15 degrees in hours. But meteorologists confirmed 30 minutes ago, no Chinook coming. You are stuck in this freeze. Calgary timeline, 5 p.m., -8. No wind relief. Prepare for a long, cold night, 8 p.m., -10. Wind chill, -14. Outdoor hockey rinks will be empty. Midnight, -12. Wind chill, -17. Coldest point of the night, 6 a.m. Friday, -11. Slow warming begins, but still brutal. Edmonton, you are colder. -10 now, dropping to -14 or -15 overnight. Wind chill hits -18 to -20. But here is your advantage, the pedway system. Downtown Edmonton has kilometers of underground walkways connecting buildings. If you work downtown, you can move around without going outside. Use it. Edmonton timeline mirrors Calgary, but 3 to 4 degrees colder across the board. Same advice. Stay inside, use pedways, check on people. Now the place everyone envies tonight. Vancouver, +13 Celsius. Clear skies, light winds. People are walking dogs in sweaters, not parkas. False Creek sparkles. Stanley Park seawall is full of joggers. It is almost offensive how nice Vancouver weather is while the rest of Canada freezes. But here is your reality check, Vancouver. Rain returns Saturday. You get 48 hours of pleasant weather, then the atmospheric river comes back. Enjoy tonight because by Sunday you will be soaked. Vancouver timeline, now to 8 p.m., +13 clear, beautiful sunset over English Bay. 8 p.m. to midnight, drops to +8, still pleasant. Clear skies continue, overnight, +6, comfortable by Canadian standards. Stars visible. Friday, +12. Another gorgeous day before rain arrives Saturday. Kelowna, interior British Columbia, you are colder at -2, dropping to -5 or -6 overnight, but dry and clear. Wine country gets a break tonight. Stargazing weather if you can handle the cold. Now we go north. This is where extreme becomes unimaginable. Yellowknife. -28 right now, wind chill, -35 to -38. Exposed skin freezes in under 5 minutes. This is not a figure of speech. This is medical fact. Your skin will literally freeze solid in under 5 minutes. Yellowknife residents know this. They have protocols. 10-minute maximum outdoor exposure. Cover all skin, no exceptions. Always have backup plans for travel. But even with experience, tonight is dangerous. Yellowknife timeline, now to midnight, -28 to -30, wind chill -35 to -40, only go outside if absolutely critical, midnight to 6 a.m., -30 to -32, wind chill -38 to -42, life-threatening conditions, vehicle failures are common, never travel alone, Iqaluit, Nunavut, the coldest capital we are tracking tonight, -32, wind chill -42 to -45. Exposed skin freezes in under 2 minutes. The sun only rises for a few hours in February here, so most of tonight is darkness. The Inuit people have lived here for thousands of years. They know cold. But even elders are saying this winter feels different. Climate change is shifting patterns. Traditional knowledge is being tested. Iqaluit timeline. Now until tomorrow morning. -32 to -34, wind chill -42 to -46, survival mode only. Whitehorse, Yukon, -18 now, dropping to -23 to -25 overnight. But here is your gift, clear skies. Northern lights are likely tonight. If you can handle 15 minutes outside in -25 wind chill, you might see one of nature's greatest shows. Dress in layers. Watch from your car with the heater running if possible. Now let me give you the big picture. Canada right now has a 45-degree temperature spread from Vancouver to Iqaluit, +13 to -32, 45 degrees. Same country, same night. If you are traveling tonight, here is critical information. Flights from Toronto to Vancouver may have minor delays due to snow, 15 to 30 minutes max, but flights to or from Yellowknife or Iqaluit, expect cancellations. Extreme cold damages aircraft. Visibility is terrible. Airlines will not risk it. Driving long distance tonight, Royal Canadian Mounted Police say do not do it. Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, Saskatchewan highways are dangerous. Snow-covered, icy, limited visibility. Vehicle breakdowns in -15 or -20 can be fatal. If you must drive, here is your emergency kit. Blankets, multiple blankets, water, non-perishable food, flashlight with extra batteries, fully charged phone, full gas tank. Tell someone your route and expected arrival time. Hospitals across Canada are on alert. Cold-related emergencies are spiking. Frostbite, hypothermia, falls on ice, heart attacks as bodies work harder in cold. Seniors and people with heart conditions are most at risk. Ski resorts are mixed tonight. Whistler Blackcomb in British Columbia reports excellent conditions. Deep powder, but eastern resorts may close lifts due to extreme cold and wind. Check before you drive. Power utilities have emergency crews ready. Hydro One in Ontario and Hydro Quebec are prepared for outages from snow and ice on lines. So far, no widespread failures, but that can change fast. Looking ahead 72 hours, this pattern holds. Eastern and central Canada stay frozen through the weekend. Arctic air does not leave until Monday or Tuesday. Vancouver gets rain Saturday and Sunday but stays mild. Northern territories continue extreme cold. Here is what you need to do in the next hour. If you are not home yet, leave now. Traffic will only get worse. Check on elderly neighbors. One phone call could save a life. Prepare your home. Extra blankets, flashlights ready, phone charged, food and water accessible. Do not plan unnecessary travel tonight or tomorrow. Dress in layers if you must go out. Cover your head, ears, hands, feet. Wind chill is worse than temperature. Keep your gas tank above half full. If you break down, you need to run the heater. Comment below where you are, and I will personally reply with specific timing for your area. Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, Halifax, wherever you are, I will tell you exactly when conditions peak tonight. This is not fear-mongering. This is preparation. 45 degrees across Canada tonight means someone is comfortable while someone else is in danger. Know which one you are. Before you click away, here is what is coming in my next video tomorrow morning. The 72-hour extended forecast, including which cities will see temperatures rebound first, where the next storm system is forming, and why next Wednesday could bring the biggest snowfall event of the season to southern Ontario. Subscribe now so you do not miss it. Share this video with every Canadian you know. The next 6 hours are critical. Stay safe, stay warm, and comment your location below so I can help you prepare. The clock is ticking. -42 wind chill is moving.